Namaste and good morning, everyone. This class is going to be a beginner level hip opener class. So come sit at the center of your mat and let's dive right in. Let's come in a tabletop position on our knees on our hands and then go into child's pose. Let's bring our attention to our breath here. Long deep inhales and long deep exhales. Appreciate yourself for coming to the mat today. Find that meditative state. Try to clear your mind by focusing on your breath. Now from here, let's go into a tabletop position with our knees in our hands. And we'll do a few cat and cow poses. So inhale to go into cow pose. Exhale to go into cat pose. Looking down, pushing your hips forward. Inhale into cow pose. Looking up, forming that curve in your back. Exhale as you go into cat pose. Looking down, pushing your hips forward and curving your back in the opposite direction. Repeat it a few times at your own pace. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Follow your own breath here, and once you are done, exhale as you go into downward facing dog. Feel free to stretch your legs here, moving from one toe to another. You can keep a slight bend in your knee. Find that length in your spine and keep your drishti at the bottom of your mat or maybe at your navel point. From here, inhale as you lift your right leg up and bring it in between your hands and drop your left knee on the ground. And find that stretch from your right foot to your left, finding that stretch in your thighs, the hamstrings, and the hip. Inhale as you lift your hands up, looking through your hands. Exhale as you bring them down, finding that sweet spot, the optimal stretch in between your thighs and your hamstrings. From here, bring your right foot back to go into a downward facing dog, and we are going to repeat it on the other side. So bring your left foot in between your arms. Drop your right knee and find that stretch on the other side of the body here. Inhale to lift your arms up in the air and find that balance here. If you keep your focus at one point, it helps with the balance. Exhale as you bring your hands back on the mat, and then with the help of that support from your hands, try to go into a deeper stretch and slowly bring your left foot back to go into downward facing dog. From here we are going to try to go into a full split. So inhale as you bring your right foot in the front of your mat and extend your right foot forward, this time all the way as far as it can go. Keep that flex in your right foot, dropping your left foot down, and then you can either keep your hands on the ground or bring them near your chest. And here try to stretch your legs both ways to go into the split. Gently release the pose to go into a downward facing dog, and then let's repeat it on the other side by bringing our left foot forward a big step and then flexing our left foot and engaging both the legs, the front leg pulling yourself forward and the back leg pulling at the back to find that deep stretch to go into splits. It might not be possible today as it is not for me, but at least by getting into these positions we are opening up our hips, legs and hamstrings to eventually go into full splits. Gently release the pose and bring your left foot back and meet me in a downward facing dog. Now again inhale as you bring your right foot forward, this time to the exterior of your right hand. And stay in that lunge position here. And do a few bounces to get used to this position and then opening up your hips a little more. Slowly bring the right foot back, repeating this on the left side, bringing our left foot forward to the exterior of the left hand. And then this time we are not dropping the knees, so just staying in that position and doing like little bounces if it's possible. Gently releasing this pose, going back into the downward facing dog. And then slowly step or jump forward to your mat and inhale as you come all the way up. From here, bringing our hands to our waist, let's do some circular motions. Still just warming up our body here. See if there's any blockages when you're doing these twists. You can also switch and do it in the opposite direction. Once done, meet me in a center position, and from here let's go into a chair pose. Slight bend in the knees, trying to sit in your chair, hands up in the air. Then gently release the chair pose, come into a standing position. And from here, let's go into a wide stance, opening up our legs. And then inhale, and then exhale as you fold forward, all the way from your lower back. And try to move your weight to your toes, maybe slightly lifting your heels from the ground to find that deeper forward stretch here. You can also use the support of the ground with your hands. Bend your knees slightly. And then slowly inhale as you come back into halfway lift. And then into full lift, bringing your legs close. From here, let's go into a malasana or the yogic squat. Your hands could be in the namaste position, and while you are in this position, slightly push your knees out with your elbows in order to stretch your inner thighs. Let's now come back onto our mat, lying on our mat on our backs. Then bring your right foot towards your chest, bending from the knee, and then grab the knee 2 inches below with your hands and pull your right leg down towards your body, slightly to the right side, like towards the underarm position. Keep breathing here. You should feel a pinching sensation in your hip bones. Gently release the right leg and repeat it on the left foot, bringing your left leg closer to your body, holding 2 inches below the knee, and then pulling it down towards your underarm. When you're done, gently release the pose. And now bring both the legs together and grab the opposite wrist over your legs and pull your legs towards the ground, towards your body, and make sure that your neck is still on the ground, not lifted up. We don't want tension in our neck here. Keep breathing here. And once you're done, you can slightly release the pose. Next, we are going to lift our right leg up and put our right foot across the left knee towards the left side, and then with the help of our left hand gently push down the right knee and look towards the right side for that side twist body. Keep breathing here. Let's repeat it on the other side, bringing our left foot over our right knee towards the right side, and with the right hand pushing our left foot down and twisting our body towards the left side. You can stay here for as long as you want. This is a very relaxing pose. Once you're done, you can gently release the pose and go into your final resting position, which is the Savasana, with your legs and hands widespread. Thank you for following along this gentle hip opener. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow along for more videos and more tutorials. And until then, namaste.